Hello, this is Hans Eric Nelson, and I'm explaining how we're using this API to change some of the metadata for our collection of sermons for the church. And so the goal is that we have we have a library of about 300 sermons, and the titles are very sort of unimaginative. They're basically the date on which the church service took place. And then the thumbnails are fairly static. They change maybe once every 8 weeks or so. And so we wanted to change the descriptions, the title and the description, which would describe what had happened in the worship service, and then also the thumbnail so that it kind of also matches sort of the theme of the worship service. So that is the goal of using that. And so we have a cataloging tool that's been developed. It uses the Google API Python client library, and it uses OAuth 2.0 via the Google Cloud Console with what's called the youtube.force-ssl scope. And I'm going to open a file with the VI editor here. It's called youtube.py. And this is, I'm going to turn on syntax highlighting so we can see the colors, which is nice. And then I'm going to go to one of the calls, which is called update video metadata. Let's see if that gets us where we want. And there it is. And videos.update is one of the APIs we'll call, and we'll change the title and the description of an existing video that we have in the library on YouTube. And then there's another one called video thumbnail. Oops. There it is right there. We have to scroll down a bit here. And basically we have created a PNG file, and it will be set by this thing using the API. And so they are wrapped in what we call a quota tracker. And so we try to keep under the 10,000 units every day. In fact, the software won't let us do any more if we've gone over 9,000 units, just to be safe. So that's why we would like more units, because at the sort of the rate we're going, it could take us about 7 weeks to do this piecemeal, and it would be nice to be able to do more at once and just kind of get it over with. So now what I'd like to show you is the target video that I'm going to run and update, and that's in the Chrome browser, and it's on a different page. Okay, no, that's not it. Let's see. No, this is it right here. Okay, so this is the one. The title of the video is the Foothill Covenant Church Worship Live Stream for Sunday, January 3rd, 2021. So it's not very descriptive. It's descriptive of the date, but that could be found in other places. And then this thumbnail you see is changed for January, but it really doesn't reflect what's happening. It doesn't have the date on it. It doesn't have the name of what's happened. It doesn't have information about what's happening in the service, the theme. Okay, so this is what's going to get updated by the program that we're about to run. So there's no real description that says how to get in touch with the church and send selfies to the thing so they could show at home, because we were still a bit in COVID here. And then I'm going to go to this spreadsheet that I just showed you, and this is how this spreadsheet drives which videos get updated. And so what I'm going to do is this is the same row here. It's the same date, as you can see right here. It's January 3rd, 2021. And I'll go back to this other one. And here it is January 3rd, 2021. And oops, sorry. And then this is our so-called our worship video log. And that's the original title of the sermon. And so we want the title of the worship video to sort of reflect the sermon, who's preaching, what the sermon text was on, and then there's some custom art that's been created. And what we do here is that all this is details, like this is what the picture should look like, that gets generated. And then what we do is we go where it says update original worship video data right there. And if I put the letter Y in here and hit return, now I can run the script that will update just that video, and it will, and then after it's run, you may see here that this field right next to it will be updated with the date and time that it's done. So we know that it's been done, and we won't try to do it again, which is, I think, an important thing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the script, and if you saw at the very beginning, I'm going to go all the way back very fast. There's a row ID here, which I'm going to copy, and then I'm going to go to the terminal window. I'm going to quit out of that source code, and then this is the program that we want to run. It's called update worship data, and I'm going to give it the row ID, which I had just copied in, and then I'm also going to do what's called a dry run, so it tells me what it's going to do. And I'm also going to give it a verbose flag, so it might show a lot of details about how the API is being called. Okay, here goes. And oh, I spelled dry run wrong, so let's try that again. And here we go. And so it's looking through the spreadsheet. There's a bunch of fields that it looks through first to see that it can't even use them because we haven't set the start and stop time for parts of the service that we were tracking. But as we say here, we have our available, we tell ourselves we have 9,000 credits just so we don't go over. And then we have a client OAuth token, and then this is our channel number, and then this is all the things that would happen. And it says that we have one candidate. This is what would happen. The worship service would, the title would be changed to Worship Service January 3rd, 2021. And then this is the name of the sermon here. So it's just a bit of a more descriptive title. And then also, there's a way, this isn't actually getting added to it, but this is a way to jump ahead to the sermon. So now what I'm going to do is, instead of doing a dry run, I'm going to actually do it. And let me clear the screen so there's no scrolling, because that gets a little challenging. And let's see, let's do a verbose, and let's see if we can get that data in there. And so it's going to run it again. And it looks like it's did a video list call, a video update call, and a thumbnail set call. And hopefully that works. So now I'm going to go back to the browser, and I'm going to go to the video details. And this was what I had shown you before, but now I'm going to do a refresh, and hopefully some things have changed, like the details, the description, and the thumbnail have hopefully changed. Let me do a refresh. And it worked. So now the thumbnail looks a lot nicer. It has the title of the sermon in it, and it has the name of the preacher. And then the title has been updated. The description gives more information about what's happening, so it's just a lot better. And then this allows people to jump ahead in the worship. Sometimes they want to see the worship service and all the singing. Sometimes some people just want to jump ahead and hear the message. So this little link here will allow them to scoot on ahead. So then if we go back to the other spreadsheet here, the spreadsheet that runs everything and keeps track of everything, that one column should be populated now with when, so I asked for it yes here, and then this is the time at which it was done, which is at 6:30 p.m., which is about the same time here. So these are all, so all of the videos in this, that this tool belong to the church's YouTube channel, and we are using OAuth 2. We're OAuth authenticated, and this is a per video deliberate update driven by spreadsheet flags. Each update is human curated. The spreadsheet flag prevents accidental mass updates. So the program will not actually update anything unless I put the letter Y in this column, so I can do them one at a time. And I approve them after I look at the artwork, after I'm happy with the new title, the new description, and everything like that. So, and as I said, we have a tracker, and so right now we're limiting ourselves to 9,000 units a day. We would love if we could have more, so this could all get done in fewer days. All right, I'm going to stop the video. I hope this is helpful to you.